always insist with its unauthorized occupant. What should we do? It is because of the prarabdha. What should I do? That is the question. Ultimately, when I read this, and I realized that we have to work on this area. So the default mind has two elements. One is the sanskaras, the thought process that you got anxious, and the first one is the prarabdha. What to do and how to do. Simple answer is insist. The way the default mind insists you to not to do, miss the practice, you have to insist that I have to do the practice, come what may. See, if the default mind insists, you are a gone case now. You have anxiety, fear, duality, conflict. And you insist with your discerning mind, you change. How? Again, it is more, I see that it is intellectual. Let us see how it happens. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and find out the most comfortable position. You can also do it as with eyes open, but not this time because this is the first time we are learning, so it's better to do with eyes closed. The body, just check the body is in a state of place, position, and posture. Body is in the. So now see, you have to pay attention to what I said, place, position, and posture. The default mind will insist to change the place, position, and posture. The discerning intellect wants to keep the same position, wants to keep the same position. So I check it and I insist. We will also understand clearly insist means what. How simple it is. So what exactly we are trying to understand it clearly. The default mind wants to be dictated by prarabdha and our by prarabdha. And fear, anxiety, duality, conflict, jealousy, hatred. Now you can easily recognize what you have written. Oh, now my mind is in anxiety, duality, jealousy. No, default mind is insisting. Default mind is insisting. I have to let discerning intellect insist here. How it insists? It identifies the challenge and it nourishes the calmness. It stands firm. Stand firm means it continues to live into the no, anxiety, no, duality, no, reaction, no. So you stand firm. That is the meaning of insisting mentally, emotionally. And the moment you stand firm, you inspire positivity, calmness appears from deeper within, you strengthen your intention, and you transcend your anxiety. Oh, is it so simple? Let us see that. Let us see. So the Mangala Charan in the mantra Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu I'm just giving you the practice and it is being recorded, so it's a good idea that you listen to it again and understand, and then it becomes easy for you to follow it. So, Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. So, what it means, 3 times we did it. And Mangalacharan mantra. And now may there be happiness for all. 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 So what happens? The mind still has the default mind. Okay? Default mind gives you that sense of anxiety and you keep on repeating. You are repeating what? May there be happiness for all. May there be happiness for all. What is the meaning? I am recognizing the happiness is everywhere, everyone. DM is recognized, default mind is recognizing the problem, hatred, dislike, fear, anxiety. Discerning mind is recognizing, discerning intellect or discerning mind is recognizing happiness. Pay attention, recognizing happiness. So there are 2 minds. We have to choose one. So you insist on default discerning intellect. So what do you mean by insisting? You repeat, may there be happiness for all. You repeat the mantra in your mind mentally and emotionally. Mentally and emotionally. And what happens? The thing will change. No, it doesn't change. I am saying insisting. When you insist, it changes. When you do not insist, it does not change. So, let us, we move to the step. So that is one way that you are insisting and it does not change. So now we are, let us use another line of the mantra. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. It's better when you are chanting Sanskrit, the brain is also activated. So, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Meaning, may there be peace for all. May there be, you are mentally repeating, may there be peace for all. May there be peace for all. What is this? This is what in modern psychology we say cognitive understanding. What is that cognitive understanding? You are saying, may there be peace for all. Don't get carried away too much by these different branches of the science. Cognitive understanding means reasoning. It is mental. It is perceptual change. How you can do that perceptual change? How can you change? By a thought. What is the thought? What is the thought? May there be peace for all. May there be peace for all. You are repeating by discerning intellect. Default mind is repeating, I have anxiety, I have anxiety, I have fear, I am disturbed. Let there be, don't try to fight them. Let there be, don't fight. Understand. What is the cognitive understanding? Cognitive understanding means that I reason. It is a knowledge. Cognitive understanding means reasoning. Reasoning means cause and effect. I told you, cause and effect means what? When I say may there be peace for all, I will surely be in peace. Peace. Yeah, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of the time. Prarabdha put you into that situation which you had explained to me, or condition. So we know that we cannot change prarabdha. What is that prarabdha? That situation. So, but sanskaras, we can change sanskaras. How? I am saying, may there be peace for all. So, may there be peace for all. But it is very weak. It is very weak. Why it is a weak? Because default mind continues to have anxiety, duality, and reaction. What should I do? What should I do? Answer. What should I do? So, what should I do? Simple. Insist. What should I do? Means insist. Insist is the answer. What does it mean by insist? You recognize that you remember, you identify the challenge. Oh, the mind is constantly anxious, reaction, duality, and a conflict, but I identify the challenge. And then I nourish the calm. How I nourish the calm? By saying, may there be peace for all. First I identify the default mind, and now may there be peace for all, including you. You identify the challenge means you recognize the default mind is doing all this, and knowing prarabdha, I cannot change this situation. I cannot change, but yes, quality in that situation I can change. I can change. How? By the mantra. So Narishka, may there be peace for all. Now see what happens to you. I am opening up completely. You are opening up your mind and presenting before you. So may there be peace for all. You say, mentally you say, may there be peace for all. As other thoughts are also there, but you continue. Other thoughts are also there, but you choose peace. You choose the mantra. DM is still there. Default mind is still there. It may lead you to anxiety, but you still say, you still repeat another. Then you stand firm. You stand firm means the discerning intellect stands as it is. It does not drop saying, may there be peace for all. May there be peace for all. May this, you stand firm, you insist. That is the meaning of insist. So what happens when you are doing it, you stand firm, the discerning intellect takes over the default mind. It weakens. It weakens the default mind that shows anxiety, fear, etc., which you felt. And then it is the right time to inspire. You have already inspired the mind to positivity. So you strengthen your intention. What is your intention? Now the mantra makes your intention clear that I am seeking peace, and default mind dissolves. It happens, the entire process takes hardly a few seconds, but by repetition we will understand. And the moment the default mind makes your intention clear, strengthen your intention, you transcend the default mind, you experience the peace. You experience the peace. Now understanding, very clear understanding in modern terms. What is that understanding? The cognitive change. What is cognitive change? May there be, let us see another line of the mantra. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. So you are just casual, sitting, understanding, and you are checking your mind. And I don't want you to see me after the practice. It's okay. Why it is okay? When there is a peace, may there be peace for all. May there be peace for all. You are repeating, you are strengthening your intention, you are weakening your default mind, and now there is a peace. That is what I am explaining you, the cognitive change. Yeah, modern psychology has done some work on that area, but not exactly in a right way, in a perfect way. What is cognitive change? Cognition, I told you, it is reasoning, it is mental, it is perceptual change. What is cognition? Cognition is knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is understanding. So by a thought I can bring the cognitive change. Answer is yes. By the mantra, more powerful, more powerful. So when I say may there be completeness or may there be wholeness in me, when I am complete in myself, my mind is not running outside for any seeking anything. So when the mind is running outside for seeking happiness, validation, there with it comes the fear, duality, and a conflict. What I said? Cognitive change means by the thought I have a cognition, and then there is a cognitive change. What is that cognitive change? Cognitive change, it is changed by knowledge, self-awareness, and understanding. That is cognitive change. So what happens when there is a cognitive change? There is a change in behavior and attitude. Why? Default mind drops. Oh, default mind drops, or I would say weakens, or takes the back seat, So then there is a change in behavior and attitude. Then what happens? There is a change in thought, speech, and action. So what happens when there is a change in thought, speech, and action? There is a change in your personal, professional, social, and family life. What is that change? It is minus. What is that change? It has an expression from discerning intellect, not from the default mind. What it means, you are free. You are free from fears and anxiety, fears and anxiety and duality. You sent me that writing and I read it clearly. At that particular moment, the default mind was very active. It was very powerful. But now, after a couple of days, you recall the same event. You cannot have that level of anxiety and the fear. And it took you 2 days or 3 days. But when you follow this understanding in the practice, it will not take 2 or 3 days. It will happen in few minutes. Let us move again. Let us understand again. Understanding means cognitive change. Cognitive change. Nothing more, nothing less. Let us start with the same mantra. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. 3 times, meaning 3 times. May there be happiness for all. 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 Now we are that with cognitive change, how the cognitive change comes, that is what we are trying to understand. What is this? So, what I said? Oh, may there be happiness for all. It's purely intellectual reflection. And it becomes a practice. So, may there be happiness for all. You are saying in your mind, you have other thoughts also coming from the default mind. They enter from nowhere or from the back door. So you are inspired to change. You are inspired to change this default mind. So what do you mean by inspired? You identify the challenge and you keep on repeating. When? All the time. Either you are with your friend, you with your parent, with any situation or event, you just remember, and discerning intellect takes the front stage. Okay, so you are motivated to rise in awareness. That is why you are repeating the mantra. But if you do not repeat the mantra, you do not insist. If you do not repeat the mantra, I am not saying, even while walking you can do this. If you do not repeat the mantra, you do not insist. I am using the word insist. I will explain you how to see that insist. It is also an acronym. So if you do not insist, it means default mind is insisting. So only one mind can insist. So if you are not repeating, or I would say you forget, that means the default mind is dictating. Again, understand why you do not want to continue with the default mind? So you recognize Don't get upset. Oh, it's because of the prarabdha. Prarabdha has put me into this situation. So can I change that situation? No, I can change the direction of the prarabdha. How? We have already dealt in deeply. How we can change the prarabdha? By sanskaras. What is the sanskara? I choose a particular thought and a feeling to change my behavior and attitude. How to change that behavior and attitude? By Mangalacharan. What is Mangalacharan? Set of mantras. Set of mantra is what? Set of mantra is is all about the thought. Okay. And then the mind says, default mind says, I am anxiety. Your mind says, you change the direction by the sanskaras. May there be peace for all. May there be happiness for all. May there be peace for all. Prarabdha means destiny or fate. So the prarabdha, destiny, fate says react, anger, agitation, laziness. Sanskara says, may there be peace for all. May there be happiness. Pay more attention. You have to contemplate, reflect today's session. Can I say, may there be peace for all, even in the midst of my anxiety, duality, conflict, etc.? Yes, I can say that. Prarabdha has put me into this situation where the default mind is reacting. I cannot change that situation, but I can change the direction of the prarabdha. Change the direction of the prarabdha. Change the direction of the prarabdha. Change the direction of the prarabdha means what? Either I leave that situation to be dictated by the default mind, or I can choose the discerning intellect. What the discerning intellect choose? Well, let's choose discerning intellect is Mangalacharan in the mantra. Default mind will say, what will happen by repeating the thought? There comes the what will happen by repeating. Peace, peace, if peace will not come. What will happen if you are repeating the thought of anxiety? You are already in anxiety and fear. So that is where the sanskara comes. Sanskara, behavior and attitude. How? By a thought. What is that thought? May there be peace for all. 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 Now you just say that, you look deeper inside. May there be peace for all. Why mind puts something important? It is default mind. Why the mind puts something important? It is the default mind, anxiety, reaction, and duality. Who puts or place importance outside? Default mind. So how to change the default mind to the discerning intellect? How to do it? I'm saying simple. Remember, repeat, recall. When and where? Everywhere, anywhere. With whom? With everyone. All the time. So when you recognize the default mind is taking over you at any place, at any time, with anyone, you are doing mentally. You're not repeating outside, or on a street. You insist What you insist by discerning intellect, what you insist. May there be peace for all. Do not struggle. Do not struggle with, oh no, I have to get rid of the anxiety, I have to struggle, I have to fight with it. Forget about it. If your mind recognizes that it makes a sense, yes, if it makes a sense, then obviously you are on the right path. If not, then you are not on the right. It means we need more practice. Insist. Why insist? That is what we are mantra 3 times. Now question I said, why insist? Insist you already know, but I am giving you a clear understanding of this insistence, my insistence, and that will make the things clear. I believe you are listening to me attentively. At the same time, that listening is nothing but a practice. So you have to remember what is the insist in acronym. I means I identify the challenge. I'm walking and there is no challenge. I'm calm. Still I repeat. Oh, I forget it. Forgetfulness is a challenge. Oh, let me repeat, may there be Om Shanti. Or may there be a Sarvesham Swasti. So I repeat it. So that is the meaning of I identify the challenge. I forget when I'm calm, and so I feel that as if I need not to do it, no do it. I forget when I'm calm, and you simply remember, repeat and recall. It is easy to recall when mind is calm, but by repetition, your mind will remember when you are in stress and anxiety. Nourish the calm. So you are already calm. Repeat it again, nourish the calmness. Your mind says it is enough. No, it is not enough. As long as you are walking to your, for example, walking to your school, you just continue to say it. So that is what the mean. S means the stand firm. I means identify the challenge. Nerve. N means nourish the calmness. S means stand firm. I means inspire positivity. Stand firm means that you are still doing Om Shanti in your mind as if you are japa. Oh, so yes, I inspire the positivity. I'm calm. I'm in peace. So what happens? You strengthen your intention. That takes your default mind far away from you. When the time comes, you'll be able to maintain that calmness, and T means the transcend. Again say that Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. In India there is a tradition, we feel it is a sin if you repeat the mantra when you are sitting in a restroom. So I asked the master says no. Whenever you find the time, wherever it is, you can do that. So even when sitting in the restroom, I was repeating the same mantra. I got rid of the sin. What is this? I told you, may there be peaceful. This is a cognitive understanding. What is cognitive understanding? Cognition means reasoning, mental, perceptual understanding. What is that? May there be peaceful, alarm, calm, receptive, self-aware. Why do we do the reflection? Reflection means we ask the question what, why, how, where, and when. So you allow the discerning intellect to take over. First you say, may there be peace for all. And you reflect, you come to the insist. Reasoning, you reason out. Right reasoning, the way I think, speak, and act in a situation with people, relations, cognitive change takes place. When you reflect, cognitive change, I told you, it leads to the change in behavior and attitude. It means behavior and attitude expressed by thought, speech, and action. Where? In the world. What is the world? It consists of personal, professional, social, and family life. So when your mind is clearly, peace is already settled, there is a cognitive change, your behavior and attitude change, there is a high receptivity. With your friend, you will not talk anything that is nasty, useless, that is a gossip. You have a greater receptivity, response instead of a reaction. Do you like high receptivity or reactivity? Now we are in the mode of receptivity. Why? Because of the discerning intellect, the default mind is born there. It is already known. Discerning intellect, say for example, you are walking and you are driving to your school. The default mind may say, no, don't do it. You will meet an accident, don't go. Default mind says that guy does not understand and he may complain. Default mind say my car is not working. How can I go? Default mind may say I will have a new car. Default mind works with anxiety, nervousness, apprehension, worry. I am just translating anxiety into a common man's understanding, not a specific term. And what is the depression? Depression is something like distraction, delusion, and duality. I don't want to define with the psychology. It is unhappiness, despair, and sadness. Why it has come, I identify. It is because of the default mind. May there be peaceful. Om Shanti. May Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. You continue repeating. Default mind says what I am searching is real. Discerning intellect. What happens? That is the problem. Discerning mind, default mind, impulsive mind, who says I am searching happiness outside is real. That is the problem. That is the cause of anxiety and depression and fear. Discerning intellect helps to remove the delusion. How? Insist. I will say insist. The insist the default mind should change to discerning intellect. Open your eyes. Main goal is insist. Why insist? Prarabdha will put you in situation that we cannot change. You cannot replace my position with yours. That is prarabdha. It is my prarabdha that I have to teach you. It is your prarabdha that you have to learn. You cannot change that. What you can change the direction of the prarabdha. You can pay more attention. and then you can change the thought process. So the moment you change the thought process, you are changing you change your thought process means you are bringing a cognitive change. Cognitive, don't take cognitive is a very special word. I'm not going in defining from the modern psychology. Keep that definition. Cognitive simply means reasoning, understanding, perception. So, cognitive change. So, the moment you bring the cognitive change in the mind, how you identify the challenge, you nourish the calmness, and you stand firm. Where you stand firm, may there be peaceful. Anxiety, reaction, fear is may there be peaceful. May there be peaceful. May there be peaceful. Cognitive change by the thought. May there be peace for all. May there be peace for all. You nourish. You nourish by the thought and you stand firm. Anxiety comes. May there be peace for all. Fear. May there be peace for all. Letharginess. May there be peace for all. Reaction. No. May there be peace for all. That is the meaning of insisting. You insist over the default mind by the discerning intellect. What is discerning intellect? It filters what is real and what is unreal. Delusion is false. Default mind is looking peace and happiness outside. Not only that, default mind says that is real. So your anxiety is real, your fear is real, your duality is real, your anger is real, your reaction is real, your laziness is real. It's a play. In Eastern wisdom, it's just a play. Or in modern science, you take those pills and they have overstretched. They have overstretched that understanding. Are you getting it? Cognitive understanding, cognitive change. The cognitive change brings the change in behavior and attitude. What that means? Behavior and attitude, because the peace is inside, the calm is inside. Behavior and attitude, because the anger is inside, anxiety is inside. You have two sets of behavior. Are you getting it?
I need to review it, but
Prarabdha. Prarabdha puts you in anxiety and fear. You don't apply these principles. So the default mind, sanskara as the default mind, will say you are already doing bad, you are already in anxiety, you are reacting, and so the sanskaras, you are not changing the sanskaras. You have a power to change. So you cannot change the situation, but by sanskaras you use the default intellect. You say, may there be peace for all. Default mind says anxiety. You say, may there be peace for all. Are you understanding now? Sanskara, prarabdha. Prarabdha means situation, fate, destiny. I told you, you are into that situation. You are studying. Medical, you are studying in school. That is your prarabdha. My prarabdha. I'm sitting at my home and teaching you. Situation, event, fate, destiny, that is what the prarabdha is. It will all. I can change the direction. How? By the discerning intellect. How? By changing the thought process. So what is the thought process here? It is Mangalacharan mantra. How to manage my anxiety and fear? No. Mantra, may there be peace for all. Are you understanding? I opened up completely. So you default mind insists you to be in anxiety. for example. That is why you repeat it. I'm in anxiety, I have fears, I was scared. Right? That is what you have written. So you were aware that you have some fears, you have some anxiety. Am I clear? So with that awareness, you use the discerning intellect. You say, may there be peace for all. Huh? But when you say, don't make me angry, so your default mind is giving responsibility to the other. It means your anxiety, your anger is caused by someone else. It is real. Default mind says it is real. Discerning mind says it is unreal. Nobody can cause you anger. It is you. So, default mind wants to insist what is false, what is delusion as real. Discerning intellect says, give a reality check. There is no reason to be anxiety and reaction and duality and a conflict. So what is the secret between it? The default mind will naturally, impulsively insist on anxiety, depression, reaction, duality and a conflict. Discerning intellect will help you recognize that it is a delusion, it is unreal. You are already calm. May there be peace for all. No worries if you don't understand. I will take another way to unfold. So insist. What is the main factor? Insist. Insist. My master, I said, no, I fail to practice meditation, I don't get it. So what you did? I said, I was sitting for a few minutes and then I woke up and then I said, I left it. What you did? I took a cup of tea. Then after that, what you did? My mind was busy in thinking about my affairs at home. That was your destiny, and you allowed your default mind to think of that. You could have chosen a different direction. I did not understand. My master said, you morning and evening before you sleep, you must sit. Your mind says, no, you are not practicing meditation, you are not practicing. Mind has lot of the thoughts. You keep on sitting. You insist, I will continue to sit. Come what may. Okay, I'm not able to practice meditation, but I will continue to sit. I have fixed 1 hour. I will sit. I will sit. I will sit. Insist. Default mind will insist to move you in a negative direction. So when you insist that I'm sitting and I'm sitting and I'm sitting, 1 day, 2nd day, 3rd day, 4th day you will succeed. You insist. So your insistence is from the default intellect. You have chosen to sit. Default mind one takes you for a ride. You want to sit. How dare you cannot practice today? How dare you missed? I will sit. I will sit. Can't you do that? Yes, we can do that. We are fairly mature. Can't we do that? I will sit. Let me fail. I will sit. I am not moving. We are walking to the school. May there be peace for all. May there. Now mind is running after. Okay, may there be peace for all. Again, mind is running. Let it run. May there be peace for all. Can't I say that? It is so difficult. Why you say it is difficult? No, I will say that. Now my mind has ran after and after 10 thoughts and I could say may there be peaceful. It's okay. It's okay. I insist. I insist. I insist. I insist. The master used to say, you want to be a great seeker, you insist. If you don't insist, you cannot become a seeker. Then the default mind will insist. You will be carried by the prarabdha. Then you will commit mistakes. And then you will accumulate the impression you are strengthening your prarabdha, you are not changing it. You are not changing the prarabdha, you are strengthening the prarabdha. Prarabdha says, I will fail you. So after that event, you feel a guilt, you failed, you are frustrated. So frustration, failure, these impressions will strengthen the prarabdha next time. Are you getting it? Now the things are becoming clear. Oh my goodness, my failure will multiply? Yes. I don't worry about the failure. I say, may there be peaceful. I don't worry about it. So my discerning intellect will awaken one day. Sometime it takes time, sometime it takes weeks, sometime on a given day. You may succeed instantly. On the second day, you may succeed after a couple of repetitions. No issue. Your focus is on insisting. Default intellect insist. What is the insist means? You identify the challenge. You nourish the calmness. N means, S means you stand firm. The stand firm is very important. When you stand firm, then you don't forget. When you stand firm, you remember, oh, now I have to do it. Come what may, I have to do it. Yep. So it may happen maybe in a couple of days or in a week. You stand firm, no, I have to do it. Come what may. What will happen? You inspire the positivity, you strengthen your intention of becoming a seeker, and gradually what happens? In the meantime, you transcend the anxiety anger. Why? They come from the delusion. Delusion has no role to play. Finished. That is the role of the Mangala Charan we have been talking in the early days. And Mangala Charan, auspiciousness, auspicious behavior and attitude in daily life is Mangala Charan. Mangala Charan. But what is the basic factor? Cognitive change. Why cognitive? What is cognitive? I told you, reasoning, understanding, perception. That is cognition. You know, we use the word recognition. It is made from the same word, recognition. Knowing again. Here it is cognitive. So why the cognitive change? Because I have started thinking, may there be peace for all. May there be happiness for all, including me. Let me be happy. No, happiness is my nature. You pick up an human, no, happiness is my nature. Happiness. On one compartment of the mind, I told you, authorized occupant, unauthorized occupant. Did we discuss that? Yes.
Yeah.
So unauthorized occupant says anxiety, you say peace. Fear, you say peace. You don't fight with the anxiety and fear. You say, let there be peace. Let there be happiness. So you leave the prarabdha plus the default mind there. You come to this side of discerning intellect. May there be happiness. You're not fighting. You're not struggling. In that way, you will strengthen and you will not forget. You stand firm. That is Mangalacharan. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. So you start looking happiness in him, happiness in me, happiness everywhere. So if the happiness in me, happiness in him or you, can anxiety stand for? No, it will not stand. It will not stand. You stand firm. You inspire positively. And gradually what happens? Your mind changes. Then the mind is not going for prarabdha. Mind is looking for something new. Change in your life. Transformation in your life. There are many other principles by which we can get prarabdha, but at present, I can only focus on the Mangalacharan. Again, understand, it's a cognitive understanding, simple. What is cognitive understanding? Knowledge. You put the knowledge into the mind and you understand the anxiety doesn't stand, fear does not stand. That is your cognitive. You already heard about cognitive behavior therapy, CBT, etc. That's a beginner. But this is another area. I am calm, receptive, self-aware. Discerning intellect. So we say, and also the modern cycle, but Eastern wisdom says you cognitive change means you are moving from ignorance to wisdom. That changes your behavior and attitude. That changes your thought, speech, and action. That changes your personal, professional, social, and family life. And that continues. You become not only a seeker, you understand how the default mind causes the delusion, which is expressed in the form of anxiety or depression or duality. Again, I am not using the term from the modern psychology. For me, anxiety is kind of a nervousness. It may be an apprehension. It may be an worry. It may be an unease. That is what we experience by having a fear, which you explained to me. And then depression. So not exactly definition of depression from modern psychology. It is unhappiness. I'm unhappy. Depression. So you have to use press. The default intellect is pressed by the default mind. So that is why I'm unhappy. Despair. Sadness is there. Fear is there. You can reverse it by cognitive change. What is cognitive change? Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. May there be completeness in me and in everyone. Sense of completeness. If you have a sense of completeness, can you have anxiety? Anxiety means I'm expecting something from the world outside. When it will come, I will feel complete. But whatever comes from the world outside cannot make you complete. Whatever comes. No, if I have $1 billion, Elon Musk has trillions of dollars. Is he happy? Google out. Google out. Is he really happy? Perhaps he had maybe